Governor Romney's been out here making a lot of last-minute promises lately. Said he's all about fighting for the middle class. Says he'd cut taxes for everybody and ask something from nobody. But the problem is we've heard those promises before. Now keep in mind, Governor Romney lives just a few miles south of here in the state of Massachusetts. Love Massachusetts. So, but during Governor Romney's campaign for governor down there, he promised the same thing he's promising now. Said he'd fight for jobs and middle-class families. But once he took office, he pushed through a tax cut that overwhelmingly benefited 278 of the wealthiest families in the state. And then he raised taxes and fees on middle-class families to the tune of $750 million. Does that sound familiar to you? Now, when he's asked about this, he says, no, these weren't taxes, these were fees. But keep in mind, there were higher fees to be a barber, higher fees to become a nurse. There were higher fees for gas. There were higher fees for milk. There were higher fees for blind people who needed to get a certificate that they were blind. He raised fees to get a birth certificate, which would have been expensive for me. He raised fees for marriage certificates and fees for funeral homes. So there were literally cradle to grave tax hikes and fees